Alright, got ourselves a curse submission here today. And it says they weren't sure if it's cursed or not, but they died to the Titans. So we'll give it a shot here. Another Eka one, but it is Pyre of Dominion, which makes it significantly better. So we'll give it a shot here. Abel has already beaten it. Alright, we got some front-loaded damage, but not very great with Eka, I would say, a lot of the time. Razor Sharp Edge is fine, I guess. Amnes will be a good benefactor of Razor Sharp Edge. We'll just have to pick up, hopefully, some beefy units to get through the Ring 1 with. And then Savagery, Spikes, and Siphon. Ooh, those are all top-notch uncommons for Luna. First thought is Cover of Night. I think it does the most work early on, while also giving us an answer to Savagery, which is easily going to be the most threatening thing in the run. Of course, Moonlit Glaive is crap loads of damage with Eka and Animus of Will, so it's probably Moonlit Glaive, honestly. So much damage. And then there's a lot of defensive options available. I think we'll just look for defense later, because this pretty much solves offense almost entirely. Okay. Probably just focus growth. Definitely the Shade Guard. I guess Awoken Hollow? I could see reasons having two Moonlit Glaives to actually just go with another Animus. You know, we could have a situation where it's like, I don't know, Smidge Stone. Get two of them on the floor. Still kind of awkward though. I need a tank at a certain point. I mean, I'll need a Smidge Stone at any... We'll see. Eka, because Eka and Animus have to go on the same floor if I want the Moonlit Glaive to do anything. But these guys will, you know, be good on their own. Yeah, we'll just take the Awoken Hollow. I don't know though. They don't fit on the floor with the Shade Guards. Would have hoped to get Incant. But we'll just have to make... Yeah, it's awkward. But we'll try to make it work. We can't put the Animus with... what's her name here? So instead, we'll go with a Shade Guard for now. Definitely want to do that. Probably that as well. Problem with this play is like let's just do that. Alright, they're all dead. Just need him at high amount of health and should be able to do a ton of damage here. Yeah, looks like we're good. Alright, good start. No damage taken. Got the Collector, got the Trial. This is as good as it can get. Very tempted to take Phase Blessing here. Gravity should be considered as well, though, because Gravity allows me to get like an Animus onto the floor, but yeah, let me think. So we would want Shade Guard in front, Eka behind, and then Animus. Does that make sense? I don't know if it always does. Phase Blessing allows me to actually make anything work, though. I kind of lean toward Phase Blessing here, I think. Yeah, it's just a stronger card, I think. I wouldn't mind the AoE Glimmer. It's a lot of damage. I honestly don't know which way to go here. Probably the Merchant of Steel has more for us. There's not really any good double stack targets. There's no consumer move targets. So it's really just Spell Chain, Holdover, Intrinsic, stuff like that that we're looking at, and it's not that powerful right now. So even though the Luna units would be better, we just want to look for some upgrades while we can on the Steel. We got Ring... We got a Magic Ring 3 we could probably hit anyway, but I may still want to hit Arms, I don't know. And that Steel's hittable. This one's not as great, but doable. This Magic's good. Yeah, so I don't think we settle for any of this crap. I think we re-roll it. I mean, I could Endless a tank, but I don't think so. Dualism does not really affect anybody. I guess we can multi-strike here. It's not really what I wanted. I wanted just like a large stone plus a smidge stone ideally, but yeah, I don't know. It's actually the worst set of upgrades I could have asked for. I'm literally just... the two that I want are not there. I would have took either of them. You know, even the large stone Animus can frontline if it never finds a you know, thing. So I'm like, do I even want to lock this in? Because I am hitting other steels. I could simply put it on the Shade Guard for now, because Animus still doesn't really fit onto the floor with what's his name? With Eka. And I could just give multi-strike to this and put health on it or something. I think I like that better. We'll have other Merchant of Steels to try to get better upgrades here. Oh, I didn't even look at this. No. We could have been pretty certain we weren't taking anything that it offered there. The Awoken units are just not, like, none of them are better than Animus of Will. I don't even think the Sweepers are better. I think the Animus of Will is better than the Sweepers. Alright, at least it's no haste. I want the Shade Guard down so it gets its stats. Didn't even play a card last turn. Spikes could be an issue. I don't have my Conduit this turn, so I think I'm just going to do this. Could have played that and then guaranteed the thing, but I'm pretty sure the Shade Guard should pretty much largely do the damage needed here, and then the Shade Guard top should finish things if I need it. Yeah, it's already killing, so we're fine. Meddler, I could protect with all these tanks, and it could definitely be good if I never end up with Conduit, or incant Conduit. Then the Meddler would be pretty clutch for my ability to stay in the right phase most of the game. It still would need like another Meddler, but I could make this work. Skip those. So if I go left, I mean, I'm almost certainly taking Ember upgrades anyway, but I got so much expensive stuff that adding like intrinsic moon blades doesn't seem amazing to me. But the health would be good. Oaken Banner's obviously useless. I still don't have that good of magic upgrades. I don't have any additions since the last one, so I am thinking maybe there's more value to be had on the left. You know, even some of the rooms would be pretty good. Planetarium, like, if I could have Conduit outside of the phase times, I think this is fine to go left here. Enchanted Chamber is not as good as Planetarium for what I'm trying to do. I might just take the Zone of Silence, though. That could be pretty powerful. Stoke Plate Mail, probably not. Yeah, it's not a good entropic crystals. Like Glimmer, we could frost it. I could do the same for Phase Blessing maybe, but I don't know. It's a pretty big downside for not much upside. This one's mainly good if I plan on easy duplication of a really high value card, and I just don't have that right now. Like, even if I put it on a Glimmer, I wouldn't really want to dupe it. I would probably dupe it if I put it on a Phase Blessing. You know, I'm talking about the Permafrost plus damage one, but I don't know. It's potential that I should put it on the Phase Blessing. But then it's the catch-22 here is like, I generally want to be playing it, so like then I just don't gain. I have to like purposely be greedy on it to gain the attack, whereas Glimmer, pretty naturally I can just not play a lot of the time and it will just keep growing an attack. But I don't know, it's not strong enough, I think, to justify the massive downside of this Blight. Nothing's really gaining much from the other things here either, so I think it's unfortunately just a skip. Take that. Debating if I should roll or not. It's a lot of money to roll here. I could just make one of these deployable. It might make sense after I take this Ember upgrade. And I could just buy this for now, even though it's not the one I want. You know, I got the 2 rooms, but early on, especially in Ring 3, the Ring of Silence is useless in this. Well, it's not useless in this fight because it does. No, it doesn't work on the boss, so it is useless. In Ring 3, it just helps the enemy more than anything, so we'll probably just want to use the other thing. Now, because I have that one dude, I don't necessarily have to go mid, but it still kind of makes the most sense to do so, so we'll keep doing this. And I do want the other guy to come up top, so I'll put you down. We want to kill that while we can, I think. And then we have this now, so that's really good. We'll go here. Probably just get this to get it out of the way, even though I do kind of want to play that Razor Sharp Edge, but I think it's not as useful here. I need to remember to use the Lunar Echo ability if I can. I always draw this on a turn where it's so awkward, you know? But there's probably nothing better to do this turn. We already saw a removal come by. I think it's better to kill this. Very unfortunate turn to draw this, because I want to put it bottom, but now I have to make the decision of, like, am I going to use the Animus or not? Alright, I can play this here. I don't even think I play it here. It's just too awkward because I'm already on full moon here. Then again, do I really need to be in full moon here to kill this? Not really. I'm already doing 50 damage. It takes 20. I'll just do this. And I will do this. I'm taking 4 up there, but whatever. I could manipulate to... I'd lose damage here, but the advantage would be that I mean, I can do this. I think I'm going to do it, because then I just gain more stats on the Shade Guard. Yeah, and I killed that floor anyway, actually. Doesn't help us to do that. Just let it be. I mean, unfortunately, there's not much I can do here. Like, he's just going to gain the entire floor worth of rage. It sucks, but it is what it is. Heal first. I could go to full here. I know it means I'm not getting my Conduit next turn, but it gives me... I don't know, it probably wasn't the right play, honestly, but whatever. I just wanted the defense. I feel like I'm doing so much damage already anyway. Yeah, it didn't end up mattering, so it's fine. With any luck, we'll 50-50 into the incant version coming up here. Alright, we got 2 relatively just useless cards in Spreading Spores and Ritual Tome, so it's pretty, by default here, it's just Tidal Turning or nothing. And I'm pretty sure we take it. It's overcosted, but we'll take it. I could argue Silent Sentinel is definitely a better tank than these Awoken Hollows, especially because even with the Ember upgrade, I don't know that I'm going to be able to justify throwing the Focus Gross on them that much. That it's a unit that can protect the other stuff better. I don't know, though. It is good. I think we'll take it. We may eventually have to take a pip upgrade, because right now my damage is fine, but I'm eventually going to need that Animus, I think. So if I go left, you know, basically everything that we didn't see, the 3 ones that we literally didn't see are the most useful ones we could find, which would be Titanite, Large Stone, and Smidge Stone. But if I get the exact same 4 again, then I'm kind of out of luck. It's basically a complete waste unless the armory is a hit. I guess the money is alright. But I'm almost at full health, so this health isn't necessarily that good. Alcove can miss. Trinkets is actually not good in this combo. So I think it's worth it to try the left. Most of the time this should be good. There's a chance to 100% brick on either side, so I think the chance is less here, actually. Alright, we got Titanite. That I actually think will go on this. What does it go on? Does it go on Shade Guard or Silent Sentinel? I'm thinking it goes on Shade Guard. I could see it going on Silent Sentinel, though. if I can get a smidge stone onto this Animus of Will. I don't think I'm going to go on with the multi-strike. Alright, smidge stone, beautiful. So I'll put it here. I could put it here, but I've already committed now to Silent Sentinel being my actual tank. So this is fine. We'll just take this down. I would like to combo it now with a large stone. We are hitting that Merchant of Steel for sure. That's probably it though. So if I don't hit it here, I'd still rather have the 20 health than the 10 health. So we'll hold out for it. I can give some health to this one. Just make his life a little easier. Third Midnight Glaive is fine because I'll have 3 units on the floor. And that Bloodthirsty Blade will... Oh, nice. We get the Incant as well. Perfect. Definitely we'll just go with that. That'll make our life a lot easier. Heaven Seal is a little bit annoying here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. We've got perhaps a lack of front-loaded damage to some degree, but not enough that it's going to be like that much of an issue, I don't think. This also makes this play pretty easy to make. Alright, we want incants down here. I don't think we care about the meddler. I guess that meddler sure would help here, wouldn't it? I think the glimmer's still better here to play. Why didn't I slam there? Nah, whatever. It's gonna be a lot of damage, but that not a whole lot I can do about that necessarily. We want to draw. Maybe there's a world I can do something to this. I'm trying to think what that would be, though. Nothing really comes to mind. We'll put the Enchanted Chamber up there. I should have done that before I did that. It won't matter, really, because that thing's not dying anyway. Sure we're... Wait, this does work? Oh, I didn't know that that actually works with this. Well, if that's the case, this is just as good as Planetarium, if not better. Damn. Well, unfortunately, it's still not going to be enough to do anything here. Maybe if I had put the stupid thing down. So, given that, I guess we'll just get rid of that and use this for the heal, I guess. It's so weird, like, that first wave is so much harder than these other waves. But whatever. Alright, I'm in full moon now, but we don't want to be, so let's put you down. Now a full moon should be a kill. Perfect. $25 damage from one tank. Okay. That's a way to overstack. Another calcified ember, but might be fine. If I can keep everything on the same floor. I can put the silence room at the bottom and then I can set up mid against savagery. Might be nice to have that other multi-striking shade guard onto the floor. Eventually. He doesn't have to be a tank. He can be more of a damage dealer. We got 3 Moonlit Glaives. I think it's good. Definitely Ensnare. Ensnare is massively better than every other Awoken Uncommon in almost all scenarios. So is this Merchant of Steel even that... Oh yeah, we want to hit something for the Animus, right? I'm going to be really sad if we roll into Large Stone here. But I'm pretty sure I need to settle for this. I'm still going to roll it here. Dualism. I don't think so. I don't mind putting this on one of these, I guess. Bastards. Well, what I can do actually is this. Now this is much easier to ascend this card because it has health, much more health, and it can just sit there. We'll just add a little bit more health there. That should be fine. Boiler room. I'm already running 2 rooms. 3rd room might be tough. Boiler room. It's a really good room, but I don't know where it would go. Because I would want Enchanted Chamber on my main floor, even though I'm in Canton. I don't necessarily need Super Ember. Yeah, I think we just skip. We don't need to do much there. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of one of these. I know it's like some of my only removal, but it just sucks. It's such a bad card. Oh, I have Vortex. God damn it. I definitely don't need all of these, and honestly I don't need any Silver Strikes. It's just a horrible card. It's horrible with this, even with my Manipulate support. It's just not good. I'll put this big boy there. Because there's these sappers, we'll probably want to just do this here. Does suck to not play the Phase Blessing, but whatever. You're just going to sit up there. And we can do that. That's pretty good. Alright, you'll go there. It's the one downside of the Zone of Silence. I could replace the room, though. Putting this here, because I'm almost certainly ascending it. I probably should have waited on that, because I'm gonna... yeah. Actually, it dies, so this is fine. I'm doing that to get my money. I still got it, right? I hope so. I didn't. I assume I got the money. I don't think we'll need the Phase Blessing here. We've got quite a lot of firepower, and I'm just gonna bring it back to, I should have actually phased it that turn, but whatever. So, phase to full moon. Give you that, should be good. I technically have another one of these I could use, and the other cards don't really do much for me, so I'll take it. I'll always take another ensnare. Very good card. Hits my incants. Keep in mind, I'm incant light. Like, I don't have many spells, actually, so any zero... Ooh, and spell chaining would be amazing. Helps with draw. Helps with quite a lot. Wouldn't mind just adding some damage to the Glimmer. Double stack. I'm not really feeling double stack here, but this could definitely be fine. The intrinsic exhalation. Am I hitting many other magics? Just the final one. It's like I'm only holding out, I guess, for a holdover on that ensnare, but I could see double stacking it, I guess. It's not the best, but it'll work. Because it's probably going to be what I Hellvent anyway. If this is intrinsic, kind of feel like I just make it free. We can also Hellvent the Animus of Will. But, I think I just Hellvent this. Gets better. Once I get going, I get going. I don't need another Animus of Will. I could also see for this fight, just going with like, I don't need the Shade Guard in this fight, but like, I definitely need my bottom floor to be solid. So let's go here. It's like this actually just won't play here, other than I could put it there if I wanted, or I could do that, stuff like that. We just go here, get our incants. I could move this guy up and then play that, because I definitely want to play this. Just do that though. If I silence here, it's alright. I do want to get this into play. Doing more damage now. We do this. I'm gonna like full heal this guy later anyway, so we'll do that. Now I'm probably gonna Lunar Echo it back, because this thing has its play. Not getting much use out of the ensnare here, admittedly, but I do want to pull this off, so I'm like very ready for Relentless. And we just got to make sure that we don't blow the Meddler there. Alright, we're fine doing this. That's a lot of damage. Ending a new moon here is absolutely fine. We want this in. Keep that guy there to get the damage. Alright. Gotta kill. Do that just for the sake of doing it. Yeah, things are looking solid here. Duality's good. I'm doing another Ember upgrade. I have enough draw with these ensnares most of the time. I guess I'm going left here, huh? There's actually not reason for me to go to the right. So we are hitting another Merchant of Magic here. Ooh, I got the Consume plus this. That's very good. Holy Stone. Because I'm gonna reroll, I don't think so. Double stack. I don't think I'll do that again. Definitely will spell change something. At this point, I don't know. I was gonna do that, but if I got the Tidal Turning, I don't need it. Would it be weird to do it again on a ensnare? I think it's okay. I'm going to hold out for a holdover on that one, though. Should have checked this before all that. Looks like it won't matter, though. I can go mute 3. I've already purged, like, everything, so that one's not too good. Yeah, we'll just do the mute 3 then. That will help a lot with savagery, actually. Get the extra incant. We don't want to worry about the moon phase. Mark of Invasion. Coupled with the curses, dudes. Oh, you hate to see it. Let's split the difference here. We'll go middle. This guy can take most of them out. I need to get rid of that Albocan dude. We'll bring you up. We'll put this bottom. Top deck this is huge. And we can just kill them. Take the 1 here, it's fine. I'm gonna get Pyre health coming up anyway, right? Just do that to get the incants. Do this so that I can play this. This collector's just addicted to the Zone of Silence, I guess. Sucks because I could kill it with the duality here. I'm going to put this down, but I'm going to immediately play it so that I still get my extra conduit here. This give me enough damage. 132. Yeah. It's actually wild how much damage I get off the off that thing. Here, break one of them. May have to dupe the dualism last. I don't know. It might actually be the right call. This is going to be a big glimmer. Boom. Don't think I'll razor sharp that. Glimmer wouldn't even be horrible either. Oops. Give everybody one of those. There wasn't any reason to root them, but probably won't end up mattering. Got him. Boom. Big boy. Eclipse Chamber, probably not beating the 15 spell damage, honestly. Lunacy, even the Lunacy's kind of iffy. I think we just skip these. Preserve Thorns is okay, but honestly, probably skip them too. Wildwood Tome wouldn't be horrible though. I like that. Phew, Razor, that is so good, oh my gosh. Don't think we have any, we have silent units, but just don't even care about that, to be honest. Alright, we can do that if we wanted to, get everybody with quick. Which, it'd be alright, but it's not really, it's kind of overkill at that point. Got like the duality being cheaper. Double stack. Firestone just allows me to what? It doesn't even allow me to do anything because I don't have the pip to make that play. Seer's Orb is useless. Seriously considering the Glimmer. I think it makes sense if it's that. Just give it 10 more damage. I should have put the 0 on that instead of the duality. But yeah, let's go like this. Duality also could be the call here, I think. I think I'll do that. And we don't need all of these razor sharp edges. I think it's duality. So we'll set up mid. We don't want to risk a bottom floor blowout here. I can deal with a little bit of pyro damage. This guy probably will die, but that was always the plan. Okay, we want this here. I want you coming up. Play that. Ooh. I could kill this right now. Let's do that in case I don't get Glimmer. Do I want this guy to live or this? Like, this guy is probably fine. And ending New Moon here makes sense. Then we get more stats on that Shade Guard. Right, good tidal turning. So we'll do that. That. And that. And all of our melee weaknesses pop, so that's good. I was hoping to get Awoken Hollow here. There's no way that that guy lives then. Alright, they're all dying. Need to make sure that our two dudes in back don't die. I could lose the Sentinel and it wouldn't be the end of the world. If we're already killing them, then I should just leave it in New Moon. Alright, we got the Glimmer. That helps. Let's bring you back up. Actually, we're still at full pyre health, so don't really need to do anything there. I don't need to spell weakness here, I don't think. So let's go like this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to start with this, and then we'll get a flying kill here by doing this. Boom. Alright, flying kill. You love to see it. That's late game Eka for you. And I haven't even been using the Lunar Echo that properly. We could probably get away with going top floor in this fight. There still is that early Scourge Shuffler, but we have a lot of ways to deal with it actually. Like either of the dualisms kills it, and then past that point we might as well just be sitting top. Even then I don't think it's actually better though. I think we still just want to do this. This just makes more sense. And we don't even care about protecting any of the other stuff. Alright, you're coming up. Just doing this for the incants. Might need that protection. Tidal turning can take care of the rest. 2, 3, 4. Just throw that away. Alright, that takes that out. Though I guess I could have done this as well. Pretty sure we want to do this though. Don't actually need the Zone of Silence really. If anything, I want to play a mid, stop some of the corruption, but I'm also just getting more armor this way, so it doesn't matter that much. Do these for the incants. Put this in. I'll go back to full moon so I get better stuff here. Could keep you alive for longer, it actually makes sense. Probably didn't need to go to full moon there then. Whatever. This is definitely an easier fight than the other one. We're better off actually just doing this. Alright, you'll both be dead, but we still got this to get through. That's the downside of the Chicot. It's like, it takes so long to get through that. We can try to get through the spell shield at least. Should have actually put the spell weakness up top. I'll remember to do that next time. Alright, put that there. Hit that. I suppose at this point we can just do this. So we don't mind it. Really needs to be a checkmate button. I feel like if it detects that you've killed savagery and entropy like 3 times in a row, then this guy should just die, because obviously that's how it should work. Yeah, whatever. Just do these things. You know what? I'm always against doing this, but because you know, obviously this is a one game, let's just do that. Be my one time to do it on video. Alright. Well, that was a fun one. Oops. There, okay. Yeah, let's see what everyone else did. So evil. Pretty much the same stuff for the most part. One difference in artifacts and then one difference in boss artifact. No real arguments there. Does have the same version of Eka. A little bit different equipment though. The Bloodthirsty Blade plus the Void Armament. If I were to be nitpicky, maybe I would say the Moonglaive plus that would be better, but then you got Ember. It is obviously hard to get that out with Ember, so I understand it too. Animus of Will. Moon Pixie. Oh, there was the flying thing. That's a nice one to overstack with. Proper Tank, Shade Guard. It looks like it's the same idea, just different variations in how they get there. But a lot of the same stuff here. The same game plan, just stack up a bunch of conduit to the floor and a bunch of armor and damage and let it go to town. So this was so Ice Cold is the original submitter. Okay, interesting. They had to have started Moon Cycle because we see the incant along with it. I don't know that I like starting Moon Cycle given the starting cards. I could see some logic in it with like it would scale the Animus of Will better, but since you already start with razor sharp edge, it's like I don't know. I don't know that I need a. The upside here is like not as much as a Conduit side, I feel, while also being a little bit harder to obtain because there's only a few cards that really allow you to moon cycle a bunch compared to the Conduit cards. So that is one thing I would say. You know, these Moonglaves, but you know, you found Incant anyway, so like it doesn't actually end up mattering that much. It's just something to keep in mind. That like if for instance I would rather get stuck in full lunar phase, like if in a scenario where Incant Conduit was never found, I would rather have in most cases the full thing of whatever I'm gonna call it, because remember we started with 2 Moonlit Glaives, so to me I think if you think about it, if you went full moon cycle, if you're forced into full moon cycle or full Silver Empress, I always forget the name. So Silver Empress is the one where, you know, it only gets the Conduit on full moon. But if I were forced into either one of those, in both cases, pretty much the same cards allow you to high roll, which would be moon phase cards. So, you know, with the full moon, you want the moon phase cards to allow you to stay in full moon every time. With moon cycle, you just want to cycle as much as possible. So, in either of those cases, you're almost looking for the same cards anyway to get the build to pop off. But given that you have a Moonlit Glaive and Animus of Will in your starters, to me it's just much better to have gone Silver Empress because you get that very quick scaling damage versus the slower moon cycle damage. But yeah, there's definitely some good stuff here for moon cycle. There's the Moon Caller. There was that X-Cost card, the Lunacy. Yeah, looks like they got the Flight on Shadeguard as well. That's pretty nice. I mean, I can also see... Yeah, I mean, there's the Meddler as well. So, like, it works out. Gravity. But it dies to the Titans. Let me try to think why that is. Well, I can... Yeah, I mean, you have the Incant, so you can still pop these off. Tidal Turning. You got the Cosmic Bolt for big damage. And this one's like got the reserve on it. Again, though, I don't know that this is super worth because you never duped it. So you're adding like a card that hurts your... Every cycle, it hurts you once. You know, it's 2 Ember that you basically have to play, especially with a deck like this. It'd be pretty devastating to not play this. And then... You know, you're just getting the one target on it, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty good, but I guess I would have played more into that if I was going to do that. Like, I don't see any of the spell weakness cards that were offered. There's like multiple spell weakness cards that were offered on this run, so like, to me, you would almost want to use the spell weakness, even though this obviously kills every tank. I would think that maybe it would allow you to kill the flying bosses, for example. So you could kill Savagery immediately and then Entropy on the next cycle. Although if you Hellvented it, it would only take 1 cycle to kill both of them. And then, even then, you could go up top, break the spell shield, and then you'll probably kill the Titans within 4, I'm guessing 4 turns with the Cosmic Bolt. Hellvented at least once, and then paired with, you know... Definitely I would have took that Ascend card. I know you already have the Gravity, but given that you have all of the spell damage, I would have leaned into the spell weakness a little bit more. So this deck really would have leaned in a different direction somewhat just based on a few choices. But it still should have worked. I think it's just a little harder to put all this together. So in the Titan fight, it's hard for me to really predict if it died to incoming damage or if it just leaked too much. I can't imagine it leaked though, because if it could get through ring 7, well, it is leaking a lot of damage on 7 and the Titan, okay, it didn't leak any damage on 7, but it did leak some on this. Yeah, it's hard to say. You'll have to let me know. But anyway, thank you for some submission. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.